Hey everyone, Swanton007 here to continue my 1999 pay-per-view reviews. We'll do another 3 now. I think these ones are Backlash, Over the Edge, and King of the Ring. I just finished King of the Ring. Backlash was done about 2 days ago, and Over the Edge was yesterday. So I'll start with Backlash 99. Started with a three-way. It started with a six-man tag between the Brood versus the APA and Mideon. It was a 1-star match. It was a bad match. Nothing really happened. It ended when Viscera squashed Christian into the apron. Crowd wasn't into it at all. Match 2 was a WWF Hardcore Championship match between Al Snow and Hardcore Holly. It was a cool match, but there was but it wasn't really worth any stars. I gave it a 2.5. Not much else to say about it. Next match, Godfather versus Goldust. I gave it 3.25 stars. This is for an Intercontinental Championship. I've got here terrible match. Godfather wins. Next match, the WWF Tag Team Championship match between the New Age Outlaws versus Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart. Gave this a 2 stars. It was an okay match. Crowd was more interested in the puppies rather than the match. New Age Outlaws won with a Mac Kisser. I think it's the not the Mac Kisser. It's what the fuck is it called? The Famouser by Billy Gunn. So I gave that one a 2 stars. Next match, Big Show versus Mankind in a Boiler Room Brawl. Now this match was pretty good. I enjoyed this one. This was second top match of the night. It was a really cool match. Lots of stuff happened that I'd never seen before. It was really good to watch. Like I said, lots of shit happened. It was there was this one bit where they just went through the whole back of the stage and just destroyed everything in their path. Pretty much is what happened. Next match was Triple H versus X-Pac. I gave that a 2.5 stars. Triple H won with the pedigree, trying to go chokeslammed by Kane during the match. I don't know how Kane came into it. Can't remember. So I gave that one a 2.5 stars. Next match was Ken Shamrock versus the Undertaker. Undertaker won with a tombstone. Is pretty much what happened. Booking was good. I thought Taker should have won. 2.25 stars. Stone Cold versus The Rock with Shane McMahon as the referee, as the special ref. Stone Cold won with some rare help from Vince. There was some great story told from Vince and Shane, and the match was booked very well. I gave it a 3.75 stars, and overall I gave the pay-per-view a 5.75 out of 10. The 2 good matches of the night, Mankind and Big Show, and Steve Austin and The Rock, just weren't good enough to bring it up any higher. Next match, Over the Edge. Very disappointing pay-per-view. It started with the WWF Tag Team Championship match between Kane and X-Pac versus D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry. Kane won with a choke slam. Nothing much to it. There was 2 big men, 2 small men, 2.5. 2 stars I gave it. Next match, WWF Hardcore Championship match between Al Snow and Hardcore Holly. It was a boring match. None of the crowd was really into it. But there was some cool bits in the aisleway and in the back. This rivalry was really good. I believe this is the last match in the rivalry, and it was a very good rivalry. I gave that a 1 star. Now this is the sad bit of the pay-per-view. This is the pay-per-view where Owen Hart died, the infamous death of Owen Hart. The next match was supposed to be the Godfather versus the Blue Blazer, but Owen Hart died when he tried to do his entrance. N.A. Rest in peace, Owen Hart. Next match, Val Venis and Nicole versus Jeff Jarrett and Debra. It was a stupid match. It was very boring. 2.5 stars. What else can I say? Next match was Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass versus Road Dogg. I expected a lot more from this match because of the two histories. I thought they would have known a lot more about each other. But it was a good match, and it built Gunn really well as a heel. The attitude that he showed was really cool, and it's helped his character to win the. We'll talk about what he does in the next pay per view. Next match was the Union versus the Corporate Ministry in an 8-man tag match. The Union won with a mandible claw to the Boss Man. Nothing special about it. It was an elimination match. That's pretty much it. That's all I can say. 1.5 stars. Next match, Triple H versus The Rock. All I really got down is a new attitude to Triple H, which was pretty cool. I think The Rock won via DQ because Triple H did something. Yeah, that's about it. But Triple H built Triple H as a heel as well, just like they did with Billy Gunn. It was entertaining, but not star-worthy. 2.5 stars. Next match and the final match of the night was the WWF Championship match with Shane McMahon as the special guest referee. It was Austin versus Taker. I'm really sick of Taker at this stage. He's not much of a wrestler at this period of time. Nothing much else to say. Shane McMahon got the fast count Undertaker to win. It was a terrible match that was given too much time and poorly booked. Really, Stone Cold should have won. Undertaker needs to really should rival with someone else. Undertaker, Stone Cold is not a good rivalry. They can't really wrestle with each other. Not like Taker and Michaels could. Overall, I'm going to give the pay-per-view a 3.5 out of 10. Very disappointing pay-per-view. Not that it built much anyway, but I'm guessing the shock of Owen's accident really shook everyone in the locker room. The next pay-per-view, King of the Ring, 1999, started with the King of the Ring quarterfinal between X-Pac and Hardcore Holly. This is spoilers, so if you don't want to know who got through and stuff, don't follow it. Holly got DQ'd straight away by a chair. Quarter star, stupid match, just to move X-Pac on. Next match, quarterfinal match again. Kane versus the Big Show, half-star match. Nothing special. Kane won with a chair shot while the referee was down. The next quarterfinal match was Billy Gunn versus Shamrock. This was 1 star. This was not as good as it could have been, but considering what they have done, it could have been a lot better. But for 3 minutes, it was what it was. 1 star. King of the Ring quarterfinal, the last one, Road Dogg versus China. This was a dud. I think it went for 13 minutes. China was extremely over at this point, but it just didn't make it for the match. It was dreadful, and it seemed to never end. Next match, probably the second best. I think it is the second best match of the night. Hardy Boys versus the Brood. Now, I watched this the whole way through. It was a good match. It was a great match to preview what these teams become in the future. But it's very obvious how green they were at this point in time of their run at the company. But there was an awesome spot where Jeff went to do the poetry in motion off Matt's back, and Edge speared him from the second rope, which was pretty cool. That was a mark-out moment. I've got to finish this up quickly. King of the Ring tournament semi-final, Billy Gunn versus Kane, 2 stars. Gunn got the win with a chair shot assist from the Big Show, who was feuding with Kane at the time. I was actually surprised that it was quite solid through the 5 minutes that it went for. Semi-final number 2, X-Pac versus the Road Dogg, half-star match. This could have been a lot better with more time. X-Pac won with the X Factor. The WWF Championship match, this was the match of the night, Undertaker with Paul Bearer versus The Rock. It was a good match, and it was what you would expect from an Attitude Era Brawl. Very solid, very well done, but it was only worth 3 stars, which is shithouse about the Attitude Era. They had poor wrestling matches. the King of the Ring final, X-Pac versus Billy Gunn. It was a stupid match. Billy Gunn's the worst King of the Ring winner since Mabel. There was a cool spot where Gunn hit the Famouser from the top rope to win. And last match of the night, the main event, the ladder match between Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon versus Steve Austin. This match was all right at part, but nowhere near a 5-star classic. Austin should have won. He didn't because some stupid shit happened. Shane McMahon got the case, and they gained the 100% of the company. Now that is my King of the Ring review. I gave King of the Ring 2.5 out of 10. I am Swanton 007. Thank you for listening. Comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.